Welcome to the Murfreesboro.com podcast, where we talk about all things Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Join host John I. Carey, his co-host Jonathan Harmon, and producer Trent Denson as they talk about all the great things happening in our city. From construction updates to local business spotlights to all the amazing events happening in our community. Listen in for all you need to know from Murfreesboro.com. Welcome to the show.
Hey everybody, good morning and welcome back to the Murfreesboro.com podcast for 2.0. That's right. That's what we're going with. We'll just go with that for now.
That's it.
We have yet to fully officially name this thing.
I think we
the
have.
name.
That's the name.
2.0? Okay, all right. All right. I know we kind of talked about it last time.
Every time.
But every time.
No, we're done. 2.0.
2.0. Murfreesboro.com 2.0
The
podcast.
end. Book it.
That's right. And I am John I. Carey, co-host with Jonathan Harmon from the J. Harmon Home Team. We got producer Trent over there.
Yes, sir.
And Jeff over behind the cameras.
Shouts
Hi,
to
Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
He waves.
He says
hi. And we have a very special guest with us today, Miss Jody Powers from originally Amelia's Closet, which is still going. Yes. And you have a new venture coming out real soon, which we are so excited to talk about.
So pumped.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to do this. But if you don't mind real quick, we have just a couple announcements first. Because believe it or not, I actually got a Facebook message the other day, a guy asking if Costco was still coming.
Yes, it is.
Yes, I do believe yes.
It is.
Millionth time.
It's
Yes.
practically here.
Yeah, I know. The framing's done already. They're hauling butt on that thing.
It is crazy.
And they told us.
Have you driven by it?
Yes.
Oh, my word. Like,
Yeah.
it was,
Yes.
there's a building here.
They have an insane crew over there. Those guys are working non-stop, and they're so fast. But when last time I was over there, they were putting the gas tanks in for the gas station. They had 6 of those gigantic tanks that they were hauling up out of the crane. It was pretty impressive, actually. But they said end of July, early August, but they're shooting for like July 20th,
Nice.
give or take, as long as weather.
To be open?
That's insane.
I know.
That is so fast.
Yeah. The guy over there told me originally, he said as soon as the first footer gets dug, they have Costco gave them 110 days to be completely finished.
That's so crazy.
The parking lot to the roof, everything. I was like,
110 days.
It's what, 3.5 months?
Yeah.
That's
some quick math.
crazy.
To be built, not stocked.
No, to be built, open up. Yeah.
Oh, to open.
Yeah, finished product. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
That is
so crazy.
moving. So, and it looks like they're on track, provided weather stays. So, but, so there's your Costco update for the gentleman that wrote in. So,
Still happening.
Yes.
still happening. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And the other one, just real quick, our friends over at Mahle, M-A-H-L-E, they're on a huge hiring spree right now. If anybody knows them, they make automotive parts and different things like that. But they've got a huge warehouse production facility here in Murfreesboro over by LTA Bowling Alley.
Yeah.
And they're on a big, huge hiring spree. Just go to jobs.mahle.com
Nice.
for more information. So, but you have an update on Shakespeare.
Yes.
Right.
So Saturday, Shakespeare going down over at the Discovery Center at Murphy Spring. First of all, if you've never been there, you're missing out. That place is awesome.
So cool.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't care how old you are, that slide is fun.
Right.
So,
is.
and playing in the water, I play in the water and build the dams and
Yeah.
all that. Yeah, it's so much fun. So go visit the Discovery Center, first of all. And then second of all, on Saturday, I believe it starts at 4, is Shakespeare. So if you've never attended that event, that's super fun. It's we'll call it Shakespearean revelry. How about that?
Ooh.
Definitely not from the book Shakespeare. Let's put it
Yeah,
that. And then there'll be some craft brewers. Cedar Glade will be there.
Shouts
of
to
course.
Cedar Glade.
That's right. Amongst several other home brewers and a few pro brewers as well. And this year they're adding wine and whiskey.
Nice.
To the,
Oh, I didn't know the whiskey part.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So come, make sure you have an Uber lined up.
There you
and have a good time.
There
There you go.
And all the proceeds, of course, benefit the Discovery Center.
Nice.
You know, you can't help but revert to like a 12-year-old if you go to the Discovery Center. I've been there a few times, and
It's impossible.
the train room crawling underneath.
Yeah, dude.
You're way too big to fit underneath that little drawbridge
But you
thing,
do
but
it
you
anyway.
still do it anyway.
That's right.
And crawl in that little room. Like, I got you. I'm following you.
Oh, and the Nissan thing where you work on the car. Have you done that? Like they have a car. It's obviously it's not real, but you can go and like pull out pieces of the car and stuff. And
Wow.
the old fire truck. I mean, the place is just awesome.
It is.
I always have competitions with Jack and that build the damn thing, and you're sitting there cranking that thing, and I'm
yeah.
like, I got you.
I'm gonna flood you out.
a 38-year-old and a 12-year-old duking it out over a water dam. But, I mean, 28. Excuse me. I meant to say 28. I'm sorry.
Whatever,
Ageless.
dude.
Let's be real.
But moving on, Miss Jody, thank you very much for
Thank
joining
you.
us. We really appreciate it. And like we said, originally Amelia's Closet, still going.
Yes.
For those that don't know, watching, listening, you want to fill them in on Amelia's Closet over there? I was just giving
Every
it a plug.
time. Why don't you tell us a little about you first?
Oh, yes. I apologize. I always skip that part. I'm
This
so
guy
sorry.
He is a cut to the chase.
Well,
kind of guy.
I love what you do, so I wanted to
Thank
get into it.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
so I apologize, Miss Jody.
Give us a little history of Jody and how you've evolved. Your story about how you got to Amelia's Closet. I remember from when I interviewed you before it's inspiring. It's wonderful. So
I'll probably get choked up because I usually do about that. But I've lived here since 1986, right out of high school, moved here. My dad retired from the Air Force, and we were going to live near family. And so that's what brought me here. I actually met my husband within 3 months of moving here.
Oh, wow.
And so we've been married 32 years last month.
Congratulations.
wow.
Thank you. So we have 2 grown kids, 30, will be 31, 28. The 5th grandchild's on its way
wow.
in October.
Wow.
October what?
October 10th, I believe.
20th is a really good day, by the
Oh,
way.
is it? Okay.
The 11th
I'll
and the
tell her.
4th are pretty good too.
Are they?
Yeah, it's a good month.
I'll
a good
tell-
month,
I'll
yeah.
tell my daughter.
There you go.
So Jody, I gotta ask you this. My father has repeatedly told me that if he could skip kids and go straight to grandkids, he would have done that. Yeah, it really hurts usually when he says it. But is that true?
I have heard that, and it's probably true for most people, but my kids are really great.
What a diplomatic
Oh,
answer.
there you go. What an
Man, what
answer.
a
But
diplomatic
I'll have
answer.
to say I am having more fun with the grandkids than I did my kids because you don't have that added responsibility.
then you
It's
send
Yeah,
them
because you
home.
give them back.
Yes.
when you're
That's
done.
right.
Yep.
Oh, they're
look.
crying. They're yours.
Yes, exactly. I just did that yesterday.
A dirty diaper.
Dirty
Who
diaper.
wants
Oh,
his
they're
mommy.
Yeah. So no, grandkids are amazing, and really, until you have them, when you hear people talk about it, you don't grasp it until you have your own, and it's so true.
I hope that's a long ways off for me. So
Yeah, me
I'll
too.
take your word
Thank
for it
you.
for now.
We'll go with you for that one.
Yeah.
So I started Amelia's Closet 7 years ago, and literally, I felt like God told me to resign my 18-year job and to do what I didn't know.
Oh,
And
wow.
so for a couple months, I thought, this will be great. I can plant more flowers, bake more cookies, and just enjoy, retirement. But within 4 weeks, God kept reminding me of a burden I had years ago, probably for multiple years, about helping women transition from jail in particular and re-enter the workforce, because I would see women visiting my church getting out of jail, and even what they were wearing for church was not appropriate and didn't fit right. And come to find out, these ladies are gaining 10 pounds a month on average because of the carb intake and lack of exercise and
Wow,
everything.
no kidding.
And so even if they had nice clothes, they didn't fit now. And so they would hardly even give you eye contact when you would try to meet them at church. And I kept thinking, if they're dressed like this for church, what are they wearing trying to get a job? And for 3 years, I thought, well, somebody needs to be fixing that problem, because I didn't think I could do much. I was in my late 40s and graphic designer, kind of behind the scenes, and just didn't feel like I was equipped to do anything of that magnitude. But I asked a few friends to help, and they were like, sure. So we just started collecting clothes in my kids' old bedrooms, and I contacted several nonprofits in the area just to see if it was even a need, and everybody said yes. And so even now, a lot of them ask, what did we do with these ladies after we trained them for work, or even help them get their GED? What did they wear when we sent them out? No one really knew. And so we are filling, it's a small niche, but it's a huge need when you don't have what you need to present yourself well. A lot of the ladies have college degrees, and they were a victim, or they made a bad mistake, and they're starting over. And so clothes make such a difference,
And
Oh, for sure.
You don't really think about it. Like it's not something that you. It's easy to take for granted, I guess is the
Exactly.
best way to say that.
Right, exactly. And a lot of people said you don't realize what you need until you don't have it.
Yeah.
And these ladies, we had one lady, she came in, she literally had long johns on, top and bottom of her brothers. That's all she had.
Wow.
And flip-flops. And so we were able to give her everything she needed, to apply for a job. And so it's something so simple, but the hour or so that they're there for their personal shopping experience, you just see a transformation, not just in their appearance, but their attitude and the way they talk and smile and their posture. And it's amazing to witness that change just because of the clothes. And we know how we feel with a new pair of shoes or a new shirt.
Yeah.
And if you can imagine, if they have nothing and they're going to something extra nice, we don't just keep every donation that comes in. We're very particular. And so the clothes we offer are really nice, and just the difference is amazing.
And I'll tell you, it's the prettiest thing that you can have is your attitude.
Yes. Right?
And so if your attitude is being demolished because you come in your brother's long johns, then you can't succeed. I mean, you just can't. And so to say, look, we'll take care of this part, and then all of a sudden they're lifted, and you guys do more than just outfit them too, right?
Right. We give them interview tips, how to make a great first impression packet. They get a gift certificate from head to toe from Georgia Career Institute. So a lot of them report back and say,
That's
I
wonderful.
finally got my hair cut after 10 years.
Wow.
10 years. Wow.
Yeah, or more.
Okay. Yeah.
And they get a facial, pedicure, manicure, makeup lesson. It's
Hey, shout out Georgia
incredible.
Career Institute.
Yes.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome. That's wonderful.
Yeah, they wanted their students to give back to. So
Oh, that's wonderful. You know, one thing, just real quick, that reason I love what you do, well, for many reasons, but one of them, actually in college, I did an internship at a prison, and it was for men, but I had to, these were men that had 6 months or less, and they were on their way, so they were on work release and different things, and I had to do a lot of similar type stuff, and just teaching these guys or doing their resume with them, and they would light up, and they'd be like, I have a resume, like, oh, I can do this, and I'm like, they would, even like you said, the clothes, a simple resume, and they were like, oh, I can go apply, and I'd find them jobs and different things, and but just to see their, getting back on their feet and doing that sort of thing, when just even on work release, but knowing they have that job when they come out, it was, I mean, you meet a lot of really interesting people and guys that I actually, became friends with, and it was really a cool experience. And it's just being able to see that and them light up and just have all this confidence that's one of the reasons I love what you do, because you take it another step, you take it even further. It's wonderful.
I think hope is what everybody needs, hope and meaning. And when you don't feel like your life has meaning, that's when you turn to addictions and things like that, trying to fill a void.
Yeah.
And so just helping them figure out, what's your gifts, what's your experience, what were your childhood dreams? And that's on our registration form. And just have them, think of the possibilities. Well, we're just giving them hope for their journey to get there. And we've had a lot of responses back, over the years of college graduation invitations from clients and just different things where they went back to school. And
That's
finished,
wonderful.
Or
That's
they started
awesome.
their own business. We have a lady, she started her own Etsy business. And that's sustaining her. It's amazing.
Really?
She's written a book. So we don't hear back from everybody, but the ones we have heard back from, and we get thank you cards a lot, like the week after, saying thank you for the difference you made in making me feel pretty. And a lot of them say, my mother never even told me I was pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So how do you, or like the clothes and stuff that you find, is this all through donations, or how to?
Yes,
Okay.
so just individuals donate. We have a few stores that will donate clothes that didn't sell.
Okay. So if people wanted more information about Amelia's Closet, how could they, what's your website? How can they find it?
Amelia'sCloset.org.
Easy enough.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
And
Awesome.
trajectory, that was the other word that came to mind when you said hope and all that. You also give them a trajectory. You say, okay, look, here's your plan, right? And anyway, I love your organization. It's awesome. It's awesome.
We have some great volunteers. We couldn't do it without them. They help sort the clothes, iron. They'll even take a basket of laundry home and wash it and bring it back. And then our personal shoppers that are really in direct contact with the clients, they just love on them like they're a family. And it makes a big difference with these ladies. Some have even said, why are you so nice to me when you don't even know me?
Can we volunteer for stuff like that?
No, sorry.
That's what I was going to
that
ask.
part's women only.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah. So.
And I'm going to throw this out there. I don't know if you remember this, but we've got a private party coming up for my ambassadors, for my past clients. and or my team's past clients, and we're doing it as a fundraiser for you guys.
Really?
You remember that? And we had to
Yeah.
cancel it.
Yes, 'cause of
So
COVID.
June
Wow.
11th.
Thank you. That's
Yep.
amazing.
We believe in your organization very much.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, you do wonderful things. So
Thanks.
thank you for that. And now you have a new project.
Yes.
Yeah. So
The retired lady just can't be retired.
she
can
can't
she?
stop.
When my husband comes home and I say, okay, and he's like, oh boy, here it comes.
Yeah,
boy.
I remember
So-
when we first started, and I was going, "What are you doing?" Because it was so
Yes.
much stuff, and then the
Yes.
puzzle piece came together. I went, "Oh!" I was like,
Yes.
"Wow,
It's
holy
going to
cow.
be epic. All right. So give us
fill
the
in.
rundown.
Well, I'll have to say, I knew for 2 years Amelia's Closet was a stepping stone to something else. And so I didn't know anything about what that looked like. I just knew, get ready. It was like God was saying, get ready. This is just the beginning.
Something's coming. Here you go."
And so I was
Minor league to the majors.
Oh, there you go.
like, yeah. So I'm
Which, by the way, Amelia's Closet is not minor league. Like, it is legit.
No, not at all.
Well, I'll say it will be minor when this Liberty Station opens because I felt like it was proving ground that the community would get behind something like this, proving ground that our volunteers could make this work, God proving we've got this, you just step out and he'll provide. And so that was kind of like the training ground for Liberty Station. And so we've had our client program and our volunteer program at Amelia's Closet since day one, which is mainly adults with disabilities. And so we have 3 organizations: Possibility Place, Journeys in Community Living, and Special Kids Campability, which is in the summer. They would send their students 3 or 4 at a time and volunteer monthly by helping us process our client donations. And they absolutely loved it. It was like a job. And one in particular, Alex, would constantly ask, can I work here like as a real job? And, it's hard to say, no, we're not hiring, and, it's just volunteers. But even during spring break from Possibility Place, he brought his mom to Amelia's Closet to volunteer and clean purses for like 2 or 3 hours because he just wants a job. His dream is...
Purpose.
Yeah, his dream is to be a country music star and perform at Bridgestone. But he's having trouble getting a job. And so because I wanted to kind of merge those things, and God literally just said to do this, otherwise I wouldn't venture into it, because not only did I not have experience with Amelia's Closet, I really, really don't have experience with what we're doing at Liberty Station.
And yet you're doing them both.
But here we go.
Yeah.
So July 1 of last year, we signed the lease for the old Riox Automotive Garage behind Toots on Broad.
Good location.
Amazing
It's
location.
amazing. Everybody knows what it is. It's really the center of the 3 busiest streets in town. Memorial, Broad, and Medical Center. And so we've been renovating that for a really long time.
I was going to say extensively renovating.
I had no idea. But we hope to open this summer, phase 1 this summer, which would include serving lunch just a couple days a week, grilled cheese. If you don't like grilled cheese, you won't want to come.
Who doesn't
Who doesn't like grilled
I was about to
cheese?
say,
Yeah.
come on now.
Come on now.
So we'll have gourmet grilled cheese and salad for those that opt for salad. But the main
One of each, please.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
the main revenue
Balance.
stream we feel like will help us is rental. So we'll be able to rent out the spaces, the garage space, the cafe area, and then the commercial kitchen we're putting in. You can rent that out for those that need permitted kitchens to do their food truck or farmer's market or anything like, their side business where they need a permit.
Attention,
kitchen.
all food trucks.
Yeah, right.
So
That's
there's
right.
a lot of them around here now. So,
Yes.
So, all right. So I am familiar with that building because my brother worked in that building for several years.
Nice.
Before Riox, it was it American Tire?
was Jennings Tire,
Jennings
yep.
Tire. I knew it was one of them. And that place was kind of a dump.
Yes.
No lie, man. It was bad. So
yeah.
walk me through. I mean, you got the garage bays, and everybody can see those. But then that other side was just like I don't even know what you call it, like a showroom for
Right,
tires when I was in
exactly.
there.
Yes, so that the showroom area will be set up like a coffee shop. So we'll serve our private label coffee in there too and sell it.
Like every morning, I can come in and get a cup of coffee.
We're not sure. We may start out just a couple days a week.
okay.
And then
Be on notice, brass horn. I'm moving some of my business.
we'll have retail area where they can, our paid interns can, make things to sell. and hopefully build up their own business, even if it's just Etsy,
Yeah.
something. And then the back garage, which is the tallest part of the building, that's where the commercial kitchen takes up almost half, a little more than half of that. And then we'll do car detailing in the very back.
Car detailing.
So that'll be interiors only.
So cool.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my car detailed. I get some coffee. I can have grilled cheese. I mean,
Dude,
it's a win-win-win.
I mean, it's like block off 2 hours
I
and,
know, right?
Exactly.
and just hang out.
Do you have Wi-Fi? Can I work?
We
I'm
may-
kidding. I was just throwing that out there. I was just kidding. I was kidding.
He was only halfway kidding.
Well, halfway, I'm just
And
messing with you.
that, honestly, the Wi-Fi has been an area of debate for us because we want our customers to engage with our interns. They'll have disabilities. There'll be some coming from incarceration that maybe have been in for a long time, and they need that socialization.
Yeah.
And so we are more geared towards people coming in, getting to know the interns because they may be there a year or more to train, and not so much plug in headphones, computer, and kind of disassociate with what's going on. So I feel like the location and the cause and the quality of food. Karen Ford from Goodness Gracious and from Porch Cafe in Reedyville Mill, she's helping us with our menu. So you're not going to have to choose between great food and a worthy cause. It's going to be the same place. So I feel like this will be the place people want to go. And I really honestly envision there's going to be a line out the door,
I believe it.
Well, let's make that happen when
Yeah.
we can do like a mass blast on this all over
Absolutely.
social media and everything as soon as you're ready to open those doors.
Yep,
Jay Harmon Home Team will be there. Murfreesboro.com will be there. And Spread the Positive will be there.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I went ahead and spoke for y'all because
Thank
I don't know.
I knew it was going to
I'll bring out the monster truck. We'll put it right there.
Hey, we can park the
Come
Hillbilly
here.
Hilton out front. How much
Oh,
would
yeah.
it cost for me to get that 78 International School?
Oh my gosh, that big old thing! I thought my monster truck was big. Ooh, yeah, that one. Ooh.
Well, we do have a waiting list of businesses wanting to rent our spaces monthly
wow.
for meetings. So
That's wonderful.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep. So we're working on our contract now, and because we feel like that'll be phase one. It's definitely rental of the spaces. Becky Lanham is helping us with the warehouse with our contracts and things
Hey
like
Becky,
that.
thank you for that.
Shouts to Becky.
Sure.
Legend.
Because our groups have to be 99 or less,
Okay.
and her groups are 100 or more.
Yes.
Hey,
yeah, I
that's
got
perfect.
you.
It's perfect.
Now, how big is the garage space? Do you know how many square feet that is?
The garage, I think it's like something like 50 feet by 40 feet, something like that. So
Cool.
it's pretty big. We're having to put a wall up, though, to bring down the occupancy loads
Yep.
because we didn't want to install a sprinkler system. in the
Know
building.
all about
gotcha.
that. I am
Yeah, yeah.
currently dealing with that on another venture. Yes.
Yes, but there'll be seating out there, and this is an amazing thing. God is sending the best people that I never would have felt comfortable going to them for help, but Kristen and Peter Demas are donating their food truck to us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
We'll
Kristen.
have
Oh, my word.
Wow.
The
their
Demuses.
food trailer this month.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
This
Thank you
month, wow.
so
Yeah.
much.
That's all. Let us know when that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'd love to help.
Yeah.
because
Push it
we
out
thought
there.
by the time we find one, convert it or renovate it and all, it'll be the end of the year. But they
Yeah.
said that they would donate that.
Yeah.
Man,
And
that's
I know
incredible.
you've had some. I'm just going to keep them nameless, but the people behind the scenes that have done some really cool things too. That, I mean, you've got it really going on over there. I love it.
It's
So,
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the sign put up a couple months ago. Remember, I texted you.
Yes.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, I know what that is. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm so grateful that big Liberty sign got grandfathered in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The
And
thing
we're
is,
taking full advantage of it.
it is
Yeah.
gigantic, and I love it.
Yeah.
Fueled by
'Cause I remember-
potential. I love
Yes.
Yep. 'Cause I remember when we started talking about it, and I remember driving by one, and I couldn't remember where it was, and I saw the sign. I went, "There it is! There it is! It's
Yes.
coming!" And I was like, Liberty State."
it.
That is so cool. So you said phase one this year. Did you say a kind of a target date yet?
Hopefully July. I keep moving it. We had no idea when we signed the lease the condition internally and under the ground of what this 50-year-old garage entailed. God knew not to give me a glimpse of that, or I would have run screaming saying no. But the more we dug in, it's like literally the worse it got. So just with the whole city building codes and being in the Gateway Design overlay on medical center is
Oh,
a whole
yeah.
Yeah.
another ball game.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of I mean, Toots is right there, along with that, the center over there. But anyways, I'm sure there's a lot of overlapping you got to watch out for.
Right.
Yeah,
How many plants did y'all have to plant being in the Gateway?
I don't know
Overlay.
that yet.
Yeah.
We're hoping that some of that landscaping, curbing, all that they're requiring us to do is more put on the landlord because he's renovating the shopping center too.
Ah, okay.
So he owns pretty much the whole block. And so we're hoping that we can kind of put that under his umbrella, not ours as a tenant in one of his spaces.
That's definitely how it should work, right?
I agree.
Yep.
I believe so.
We should put a vote up. If Jody should pay for that, vote yes. If the landlord should pay for it, vote no. And
100%.
we'll deliver the results to him.
Yeah, right.
That poll carries a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And I will say, almost like within the first month or two of us signing the lease, Shane McFarland offered to be our contractor pro bono, and he's really helping us know, as far as with the city, what's required. His stuff, I mean, it's a whole new world.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had no
Yeah.
idea, and he's been great to.
And there's
do
no
that.
playbook for that.
No.
Like you go to pull this permit and they say, oh no, you got to have this one. And then they say, oh no, you got to have this. Yeah, there's no playbook.
And that was because we're doing so many different things under one roof. That's what threw everybody off. And even some of the city officials were like, was there a comp we can go visit?
No.
Nope.
Not really.
Doesn't make sense.
Nope.
Right. It's like,
Which is
You're going to have to blaze a trail here, city.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I told them, if Murfreesboro wasn't already on the map, this would do it, because we are finding out how big the need is for job training in general, let alone for adults with disabilities or those with criminal records or
Yeah.
what. It's just a huge need. And going in, I knew there was a need. I didn't know there was, it's amazing. I mean, the more people that are learning about it, they're like, what can we do? How can we help?
Did you ever work with Project Hope? That was my internship. David Delbridge.
No, but I have looked them up. So
Oh,
I
we
would
can
like to.
we can do that. My mom's good friends with him. That's how I got the internship.
Nice.
Yeah. Aha.
Yeah,
Got you.
there we
Okay.
go.
See some wheels turning.
There we
Let's
go. Oh yeah, no
Love
problem.
it.
And that's what God bless. This is a wonderful thing you're doing. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
it's so exciting.
Is there anything you need help with right now as far as the build out and different things? Maybe we can try and do our best or find somebody who can.
We could really use some skilled construction workers. We do have Barry Edwards Constructions has been amazing doing the main work.
Justin was in my wedding.
Was he?
Justin Edwards? Yeah. He was in a small world.
They have been great, and I actually feel sorry for Barry because
Oh gosh.
because I don't know what I'm doing, and he has been such a good help to say, okay, have you considered this? And it's like, oh yes, let's do that.
Yeah.
So he's taken on. It's more of probably a pain than he anticipated, but he's been great with that. But there are some things we'd like to do ourselves with volunteers. We have to bring down the occupancy load of the cafe by building a storage room, just 143 square feet we have to block off. But something like that, I feel like isn't intrusive as wiring and water lines and things like that. But really just raising awareness and funds. This is an expensive project.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, build outs. Yeah, are cheap.
And then let alone the uniforms and the materials and the food ingredients and buying the coffee machine and
Well, good gracious, building a
It's just a
commercial
lot.
kitchen is.
Oh yeah, that's
So we're working on our brewery, and everybody's asked, are you going to have food? And I'm like, I don't want to touch that.
Yeah.
well, we were just going to use the food truck basically, and then we thought, well, we could do a little catering kitchen in the back because it's big enough. Well, then we were going to build that, but we had the delay in the building permit, and that was God's orchestration because Northside Baptist Church is donating all their commercial kitchen equipment to us because
Holy
they're
cow.
repurposing that room. So that's probably $60,000 worth of
Wow.
kitchen equipment.
Or more.
Yeah.
Easily.
And here's the
wonderful.
thing: if you build a kitchen this big, you might as well go ahead and build it this big because you're going to use it,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And the permitting is the same, and especially if you got free equipment out of it,
Yes. It'll be delivered Friday.
that's
Man,
phenomenal.
let's go.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I got to swing by. I want to
Yeah.
take some
Yes.
pictures of it.
Yes.
Yes,
It's gonna
indeed.
be, it's going to probably fill up half the garage while we're waiting to finish.
Yeah,
So
pick me up in the monster truck.
We can do that. We can make it happen.
Or maybe we should ride our BMX bike so that we can
Oh, the
practice.
BMX bike. is
Calling
great.
you out still.
That's right.
John owes me a BMX race.
Oh God, yeah, which I will lose horribly at. So we had Music City BMX on last week, so yeah,
okay.
yeah. So Make me look bad over there. Shoot. But no, that. Well, if people want to find out more information about it, do you have a website up already?
Yes,
Or? Okay.
it's still in the works, but we have a homepage and a couple other tabs. But it's libertystationtn.org.
.org. Okay.
And really, the reason it's TN is we feel like this could be something really big that we could expand into other.
Yeah, it's definitely
Liberty
replicatable.
Station.
I mean, if you get that
AL,
now, you could
got it.
pop these up all over the place.
Yeah.
Man, it's so exciting. Yeah.
Because it's not only is it job training, but like we're planning at least 10 employment fields they can train at.
Right.
And, food service, hospitality, car detailing, just a lot. But the Chamber of Commerce asked if they could partner with us, the workforce development, to certify all our graduates from the program.
That's huge.
Wow.
That's
Dang,
huge.
it just keeps coming. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and
Excuse me.
So I'm sorry, I'm a little choked up about it because
Right.
it's like, oh, and by the way, it's self-sustaining.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Exactly.
by the way, you're putting workers out that we have a tremendous labor shortage anyway.
Yep.
Oh, and by the, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like,
It's so
Well,
good.
we did the math, and over a 5-year period of time, if only 75% of our graduates get employed with a good paying job, that's over $2 million back in the economy.
Wow.
Whoa.
And that's only putting 40 people through our program a year.
That's
Only
it?
40
Wow.
is
That's
too-
impressive.
wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
So just the impact, not only with the economy, but their home life.
Yeah, there's skills.
Alleviating some of their parents' worries about what's going to happen. when
and
we're
back
not
to
here.
that purpose
Yes,
and
everybody-
meaning
yes.
and feeling and sense of self-worth and all the same exact mission that you
Right.
have at Amelia's Closet.
Right. And I think that's why I originally had a burden is growing up, military, we moved a lot. And so I always felt like insecure and like I didn't fit in. And so that's been the real draw, is helping everyone feel like they have a purpose and they fit in. One of the things I plan to paint on the wall in one area is everybody has a seat at the table.
Love that.
Oh,
Love
that's
it.
wonderful. Just kind of a throwing it out there thought type thing. I was with all the different job training you're doing. We work with a lot of companies around town, different things, and there's a couple big ones we work with, like Interstate Warehousing, for example. And the only they don't require it, but they do on-job training of it's called a Crown stand-up forklift, and it's a small forklift, but you stand up in it, move it around, and lift big crates. But I mean, what if you had like one of those? You could train people and have some kind of co-op with Interstate. And they start people out at like $18-20 an hour.
Wow.
Or I'm just thinking maybe, I don't know.
Right.
Because I'm just, but the gears are going. I'm
Right.
like, we could hook you up with all kinds of
Right.
different.
And we have space, and the hours we're not open, we can do extra training, we feel like.
Okay.
and-
Well, I'm just thinking more people you can go through your program.
Interestingly
for sure.
enough, so there is my fiance works for a staffing company, and one of the things that they run into is if they're always in need of forklift drivers or lift truck or all the various different machines, but their rules don't allow them to hire somebody that has no training and have the placement train them. They can't do that. So they have to have legitimate training within the past, I forget if it's 6 months or a year, or experience from somewhere else before they can come in and be placed.
It's perfect.
So if they can get the certifications and all that kind of stuff through you guys, then there's a direct pipeline, and they've got gazillions of job openings right now. I mean, like, if you could quantify gazillions, that's actually how many.
That's a big number.
It's a huge number.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's not a bad plan. And I guarantee I know some folks that could train them and certify them. Guarantee it.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. Do you have any other, you said you have about 10 occupations right now. Do you have more you're looking to bring on, or just?
We are so open to ideas. Like I told our board, it's like, you hear the saying, think outside the box.
Yeah.
I said, I want to think beyond where any box ever was.
We don't
Like,
want to be
if
near
we're-
a box.
No, like, box, what box?
What box? I don't see a box.
Boxes.
What is
Hey,
this?
hand me a bag.
But we want this to be so innovative. Like, we are so open to any ideas that some random person could have. It's like,
Yeah.
we'll consider it, because this is really an offering to the community. And
Yeah.
so we're open
Hey.
to do anything.
Audio,
really.
video, text.
Oh,
That's
yes.
one of our.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
We need.
That's
Yeah.
one of the things we
I
just
know a guy.
added. was-
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
That's
IT.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're going to be across the street potentially. So
Yeah.
yeah. That'd be
I really think the forklift thing.
That's
Get a
great
fork.
idea.
Yeah, the forklifts are.
Oh, I bet you we could get one donated
And they're-
from somewhere.
I
'cause-
guarantee it. And there's
so sick,
so
yeah.
much need for that right
Oh
now.
gosh, yeah.
This is a logistics center
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
entire
You're
country.
right.
Oh yeah,
You know.
right, like interstate warehousing. We toured their facility. It's massive, but every 2 seconds there was people
Wow.
going by, and then they're right across the street from the Amazon fulfillment center. They're everywhere.
Wow.
And that's just one of literally hundreds of
Exactly.
those businesses.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it's gonna be a staple. It's gonna be so awesome. It already is.
So my only concern is you gotta pace yourself, right?
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Oh my word! Like if you're a little bit like me in this regard, and it's like, yes,
Let's
I want
go.
all of
Yeah,
it.
like, let's go. Come on.
come on.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on
a great
down.
idea.
Yep.
That's a great idea.
Yes.
And you get a spot. And you get a spot. And that's gonna be tough.
Yes.
That'll be tough.
Yeah, and we're planning phases. So right now we have 3, and so phase 1 is the venue rental and the lunch, and the coffee. So we're trying to pace ourselves, but obviously, having signed a lease last July, we have got to get a revenue stream coming in
Yeah.
because right now it's solely donors. And we know this will sustain itself for sure.
And you said the event space, you're capping it at 99.
Yes.
For sprinkler purposes.
Right.
Okay.
Very familiar with that number.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
there you
Been
go.
there, done
It's a
that.
great number. Yeah. I mean,
It's a great number.
You can make that work.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
Yep. I have a jersey hanging in my closet that says 99 on
There you
it.
go.
Good year.
I'm sure this kind of goes without saying, but you kind of marry the two together. Amelia's closet and Liberty. Are you gonna just mesh them together and have one big thing, or?
No, we'll probably keep them separate.
Okay.
Amelia's closet, since it's just for women,
Oh, yes.
and we'll just keep it with the clothing and makeovers and the interview tips. And then the volunteerism, really since COVID, we haven't had those groups come in
Got it.
because they're not doing that yet. But this Liberty Station will merge those clientele with men coming out of jail, rehab, and other situations. So
I'm seriously going to call David when I leave here,
Yeah.
or
We-
call my mom, who will call David.
we've had calls. We've had parent calls already. How
Really?
can I get my child
Man.
enrolled?
That's
and it's
wonderful.
we're working on the contracts.
Yeah.
We're working on the applications.
Yeah.
We're working on everything.
Tell me, I need
Yeah.
this wall built right here. Why don't you come on in?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I love this.
Yeah.
Me too. So
Very,
excited.
very excited about this, and please keep us updated as we go. I'll probably
will,
bug
yes.
the crap out of you. So,
Bring it.
how's it going? So,
Yeah.
but
And a lot is going on that you can't even see from the parking
Yeah.
lot.
Oh, yeah.
You know, people say, "Oh, it looks like you're doing some stuff." It's like you have not even seen the
yeah,
kitchen.
yeah,
Like,
come inside.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 7,500 square feet. So
Is it
The
Holy-
kitchen is going to be
no,
75.
the whole.
Oh, I thought you said the
Oh,
kitchen. I was like, oh my god,
It's a huge
that's
kitchen.
giant.
Incredible.
No, the whole garage, but,
But
so
still,
much
that's
of
big,
it
though.
you can't see from the road.
Yeah.
You know, like the bathrooms were literally like I think 6 by 6.
So
wow.
not ADA compliant.
Nothing
Yeah.
was ADA. I mean,
Nope.
we had to move a block wall. We had to widen a block,
Oh,
door,
gosh.
add sewer lines for having 2 stalls per restroom. So they'll be, to codes. And that's been the other expense that we kind of knew about, but like I had no idea on how to budget that stuff.
Yeah. How do
And
you-
of course now with the price of materials,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Yeah.
crazy.
Insane.
But
Yeah.
Lowe's Smyrna, they've donated over $2,000 worth of materials.
Wow, thank you, Lowe's.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
so
Right.
it's been great.
What's that store manager's name? Do you know?
Sean Hempsey?
Yeah, he is. Shout out to him.
Yes,
he
he-
participates in the community big time.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they donate
Yep.
a lot of
Thank you,
materials.
Sean.
Yeah, and discounted heavily this last load that they delivered for free.
Really?
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's
That's
helped
awesome.
with our Rotary Club functions and all kinds of stuff. Smyrna West, the alternative school in Smyrna. He does a ton of stuff.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
He was great.
Wonderful.
I'm in my feels.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
I just feel
This is a
warm and
great
fuzzy
one. I'm
and
so
just
glad you
good.
came by.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is
awesome.
good.
I
Oh, yeah.
appreciate it very much.
Is there anything else that you want to push out there real quick? I know we don't want to take up all your time. So
Well, we do have a private label coffee line, and you can buy that at Amelia's Closet any Tuesday, 11 to 1. Just pop in,
Okay.
buy your coffee. We have whole bean, decaf, regular, ground, flavored, non-flavored, single origin, blends. I mean, we
okay,
Why would anybody buy decaf coffee?
yeah. What is
silly
decaf?
idea.
Yeah,
I don't know what that
understand.
is.
That's like non-alcoholic beer. Why would you do that? I don't understand.
We even have whole bean decaf if you want to. Yeah.
What is
Why?
that?
Again,
Is it
what is
just-
that? I don't know. What
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it just seeds? I mean, what do you make that out of?
Instantly think of Anchorman. What is Jogging. Jogging? Is it a silent J?
soft
What is
J.
this? Yeah. Is it French? I don't know.
Evidently, just run.
Just run. Yeah, I don't get it.
Sorry. All right.
No, but we'll have to do that for sure. So you got obviously a lot of coffee lovers around
Yeah.
here. So
Yep,
we
yep,
will.
yep.
We'll hold a decaf for somebody else.
Yeah.
No,
Put that
I
away.
want full strength.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Fully
But
leaded.
we really do need community support in making this happen. And financially, of course, John Floyd with Old South donated $100,000, and we're trying to match that by fall.
He was who I was referencing earlier.
Oh,
But
okay. Yeah. We're trying to like
Another great
give a.
philanthropist.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
He's very giving.
Yeah, him donating $1 million to the community and dividing it up among, I think, 13 nonprofits was just
Yeah.
amazing.
We had Second Harvest Food Bank a while back,
Yeah.
and he did donate to them too.
And the nicest guy, too. I sat and had lunch with him one day at Rotary because he donated to our fish fry, and I got to sit at the table with him. And he's just a regular old dude.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Super nice.
Yep.
And about 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought I
maybe.
was tall, 6'3".
No.
He's a whole head taller than me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and you dwarf over me, so I'm like, how's the weather out there?
It's John's. We're just really tall.
Yeah. He's been amazing since day one. He helped, he paid for the renovation of Amelia's closet when we.
Wow,
moved in.
really?
I didn't know that.
Shout out John Floyd.
Yeah, John
Yeah.
Dang, you're okay. Enough said. I got it.
Love that guy.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay. Well, again, we really want to
thank
thank
you,
you for
Jody.
coming by and sharing this.
That was awesome.
I appreciate
I'm gonna
it.
blast this out
Thanks.
everywhere. I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to come by. And please don't be a stranger. Keep me updated. Keep all of us updated. We'll come
I
by.
will, for
And we want to be there opening day for some grilled cheese.
Oh, yes.
I can't wait.
Maybe we'll call you for our next tasting or something.
Yeah, my
Oh,
favorites.
yeah.
My favorites Havarti. Just throwing that out there.
Okay.
I'll go with that. That sounds wonderful.
Havarti's delicious.
And then just one last time, that's libertystationtn.org.
Yes,
Right?
thank
can,
you.
can people donate on there?
Yes.
Or they
There's
can?
a donate button. Mhm.
Nice. Can people volunteer as well? Or
Yes.
Okay.
So you can just call and talk to me about
Okay.
what our next work days are or what needs we have right now.
Okay.
Nice.
Very
Great.
cool.
And everybody driving by, look behind Toots.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can't
Corner,
miss it.
right? Can't
It's a
miss it.
Giant sign, and
I
it's
know.
awesome.
By potential. Love
That's
it.
right.
By
Yeah.
potential.
Yep,
That's right.
yep, yep.
Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
We don't want to hold you up anymore. We know you're busy. So
Miss Jody Powers.
That's right.
Everybody.
there you go. And thank you all for watching as always. We appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.